MMA Boxing Talk here. I just wanted to put out a preview video for UFC 214. I believe it's like 18 days away, so there's really, there's not too far away. Got to knock on wood for this fight, especially the main event I'm specifically talking about. But this is, really turned into a stack card, so hopefully everything stays together. But basically, I really want to just quickly talk about the main event and then go through the rest of the card. John Jones, Daniel Cormier versus John Jones, the rematch. So much has happened. I just watched the extended preview yesterday. It's about 8 or 9 minutes long on YouTube. Phenomenal. There's so much material. A little 8 minute video, they can just pack so much old footage, and they have truly one of the best rivalries in UFC MMA here history. You know what I mean? Like, this is right up there with the Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell, but that's not the one I meant. I meant to say Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. That was a heck of a rivalry back in the day. Um, but and obviously McGregor Diaz is a great rivalry. But John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, they just despise each other. It's so real. They just hate each other. And their first fight was a really good fight. So, but this time Daniel Cormier has, even though he's the champion, he has the opportunity to redeem himself from that loss against John Jones, which was, you know, by the time they fight at the end of the month, it'll pretty well be 2.5 years ago they fought at the beginning of 2015, January 2015. So it's about 2.5 years. I really see this playing out very similar to the first one. I'm not going to get into it, but to be honest, Daniel Cormier hasn't really improved. He's got experience. He's got some injuries since then. He's had some surgery since then. He's been through some wars since then. And then a lot of people don't think John Jones is the same because of the OSP fight. So, but I just think that John Jones is obviously, he's one of the greatest of all time for a reason. And it's not like he's been sitting on the couch these past 2 years. I think he's been very dedicated and committed these last 2 years, staying out of trouble, except for, of course, having a banned substance in his system a year ago. Um, so, but he seems to be more focused. So let's hope he makes it, but I'm definitely not getting my hopes up too much for that because last year was really heartbreaking whenever that fight got canceled so close to the fight. It was really disappointing, but the rest of the card is so stacked. You know, I'm looking at the UFC, the way they have the just the UFC schedule for UFC 214, and they don't have them divided in the main event and the two prelims, but they're all chunked together, and usually they have them in the right order. And if that's the case, we're gonna have a heck of a main event, starting off with Jimmy Manua versus Ozdemir. Ozdemir just destroyed Misha Serkinov in the first round in his last fight. Manua's been just destroying everybody. So this is going to be a great fight to kick off the pay-per-view card. And then Lawler versus Cerrone. Are you kidding me? Third time's a charm. Knock on wood, this fight's going to happen at the end of this month. Wow, can't wait for that one. Fight fans' dream is Lawler Cerrone. That's amazing. And then obviously Chris Cyborg. That's she's fighting Evinger. So Cyborg's definitely gonna go out there and stop her. I'm more than positive. Hopefully, it's an interesting, good fight, and Cyborg, obviously gets the win and gets the UFC title, something that she's deserved to have a long time ago. Let's be honest, and I'm glad to see Dana White coming out and saying we didn't always treat her the best, and at least he's owning up to it because they really fucked that up. And I've said it for many times, but I really think that we had to wait till Ronda Rousey was completely out of the picture for Cyborg to actually, you know, finally she has a chance to have her own division now. She's gonna have a title, and then she'll be able to defend it at 145, which is still a tough weight cut, but she can manage it. So awesome for Cyborg. Really happy to see that. And then in the co-main event, we have a very interesting matchup, which will be the second title fight of the night. Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia. Um, Very interesting fight, you know. Damian Maia has more than deserved this shot. He really didn't have to fight Masvidal, but he did it anyway. But that's going to be a tough one for Maia, I really think. Woodley has such good wrestling. But you never know. Maia is about 6'1". He's a big, big guy. Woodley is big, but he's only 5'9". You never know what can happen. And then, of course, the main event, Cormier Jones. So we have 3 title fights on this card. Cannot wait. And then, of course, we have like good fight like Ricardo Lamas versus Jason Knight. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm not sure what's up with Renan Barão. I had heard before that he didn't get medically cleared or something for his return to 135. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I think Renan Barão's had a fight actually at 135. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is his first fight back, but that would be an interesting fight if he can make it and fight Aljamain Sterling. It's still on the schedule, so hopefully Sterling Barão happens. Brian Ortega's fighting. Andre Feely's fighting on this card. He was supposed to fight Doo Ho Choi, and he pulled out. Sage Northcutt's fighting John Makdessi. That's an interesting fight. So, I mean, even Berkman, I can't remember his first name, but he has a funky style. He always comes to fight. Josh Berkman, he'll be on the UFC Fight Pass prelims. But anyway, 214 is stacked. I'm really looking forward to this card. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked the video, definitely subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. That's it for this one. Peace.